Coming up here, we're going to tell you about how to start your own business. You have an entrepreneur, idea, something you want to get going? There's some tips for you on how to...
How many times during the show do we say, we have an idea?
Side hustle. Side hustle. I've got a great one for
We're going to learn something here, Fitz.
One of these days, we're going to break free.
We're going to do it.
We'll tell you about that coming up.
Welcome back. Well, starting your own business is not as scary as it may sound, and you don't have to give up your day job to get started. Joining
us this morning to talk about how to start a side business is Jason Levin from Ready, Set, Launch, and Lori Mihalich-Levin, the founder of Mindful Return. We thank you so much both for being here today.
Oh, thank you. Good morning.
We were saying before the break, Annie and I, we kind of spend time sometimes between the commercials coming up with these great ideas and inventions that we have.
Yeah.
And that's where it stays. So how do you know?
We're not big risk takers.
Yes. So how do you know, like, the difference between something you thought up and something that actually might be a business?
Well, I'm a risk-averse lawyer myself in my day job, and so I definitely have had those feelings of, why go do something else and why take the risk? But if there's something that you are so passionate about that you feel like this thing could really make a difference in the world, then I say go for it.
So is the first thing that you just really have to be passionate about it? Otherwise, you may not be motivated to follow through.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the first step you take? Because everybody starts thinking about, oh, that's going to take a lot of money. I'm going to need to have a corporation. I'm going to have all these things. What's the very first thing you need to do?
Write it down on a piece of paper and share it with people that would be actually in a position to buy your product or service. So no business plans, no attorneys. All you have to do is literally just write it down or type it out and then share it with those potential customers.
But Jason, my fear would be that someone might run away with my idea.
Well, the idea is one thing, but you, Annie, you have talents and skills and energies and relationships. And just because somebody else thought, ooh, this is a great idea, they may not have the same capabilities that you do to make it happen.
Well, she has all those things. I do not. So if you do come up with this idea, though, how do you protect it? How are you not sure that somebody else already is not doing this, or you are just entering a field that's already at mass potential?
Right. So, I mean, one thing that I consider, and I'm in the space of helping new parents return to work after they have a baby, is, first of all, there are bazillions of new parents out there, right? And they're not all being served in the way that you would want to serve them. You have your own voice to bring to the table, and competition out there is probably actually a good thing, because it means that there's a market for it. So I wouldn't be intimidated by the fact that there are other people out there.
That is interesting. I will say, though, I feel like more and more over the last several years, we've seen a lot of people step up and really pursue that small business or that idea that they've been thinking about. So would you say that the resources have increased for people?
Absolutely, and I'd say that the web has really just opened up opportunities in a massive way that previously couldn't exist. In the past, you used to have to hang your shingle on a door and print out flyers, right, and send them around. But now the web is totally open to you to create whatever it is that you want to create.
Those are almost two different choices you have to make, though. Is that one of the critical decisions that need to be made, whether this is going to be an online or really a brick-and-mortar traditional?
Well, I think in 2018, everything is together. So even if you're going to have a brick-and-mortar business, you still need a website. But in a lot of ways, the startup costs for a business are not that expensive. And the fun part is that if you begin just with throwing out the concept and getting into potential customers, you don't have to spend a lot of money in the beginning to see if this actually could work or not.
So not so scary as people might think.
Just get started.
All right.
Really, just get started.
That's good advice for anything in life, but yes, especially in starting a business, just get started. We thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Lori Mihalich-Levin and Jason Levin, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.